Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Free Squad Carry coming back at you today with another educational video. This one's going to be a good one. This one's going to be about really basic movement tips that nobody is talking about, and I believe these tips will be a game changer for you. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Cool. So for the purpose of this video, guys, you'll have to look at the top left of my screen. You'll see my name, position, angle, and velocity, VEL. Now I want you guys to take a closer look at VEL. This is where most of the learning will take part in this vid. So right now my velocity is at 0, clearly because I'm not moving. So let me just press W down without sprinting. I'm at 199, so that's your top speed without sprint, and then holding shift down to sprint. So 299 is always going to be your top speed in Apex while your weapons are holstered. Now let me get the P20 out. I'm going to do the same thing, just W down, no sprint. I'm at 173.5, and I'm going to hold down sprint. I'm at 260, so 260 is always going to be your top speed when you have your weapons out in Apex. But that's not the point of this video at all. Today, we will be talking about diagonal movement in Apex and how they can affect your gameplay significantly. So, to prove my point here, I'm only going to go straight. So I'm going to hold W down and shift, and I'm going to press A, release A, D, release D. Take a look at the top left again, guys. A, release A, D, release D. So as you can see, every time I'm pressing A or D or releasing A or D to go diagonal, I am losing speed. My speed goes down to about 210, 220, and then I have to build momentum back up to get my top speed again. So once again, take a look at the top left at the VEL, holding W and shift. Now I'm pressing D, releasing D, pressing A, releasing A, pressing D, releasing D, right? So every time I press or release A or D, I am losing speed. This is extremely important when you're turning corners in Apex, when you want to loot stuff quickly, okay? So what I'll see a lot of players do, let's say I want to turn this corner right here, is they're going to go straight, and to not lose visual of the corner, what they'll do is they'll press A here, and they'll press A to get that visual, turn that corner, and then go straight, right? So I'll do the same here. I'll go to the left. So they don't want to lose visual to the left, so they'll go right here, W, they'll press D, turn that corner, and then release D to go straight. Every time you press A or D or release it, you will lose speed in Apex. This is extremely important for you guys to remember. So what needs to happen is you have to use your mouse as your steering wheel. Your keyboard is basically your gas pedals, and your mouse is your steering wheel. Now for controller players, I am not sure if this applies to you with your left and right analog or sticks, so please test it out and let me know if it works in the comments. Alright, so what you have to do to turn corners is basically only hold down W and shift, or if you're using auto sprint, only use down W, but don't use A or D to turn corners. So I'm going to go around this corner once again, W and shift. All I'm doing is using my mouse to turn that corner. I'm going to go left here. So look at my velocity once again. I am not losing speed at all. My top speed remains at 299 this whole time. I'm only using my mouse and W to go forward. So all the movement has to come from your mouse. Now a little bit of, I guess a little point to note is if you're going too aggressive with your mouse for your turns, you will also lose speed. So again, I'm going to turn left here. Let me get a better position. I'm going to turn aggressively to the left here. So turning aggressively, losing speed. Turning aggressively, losing speed. Turning aggressively, losing a little bit of speed. And if I go even harder, you're losing more speed, more speed. So once again, you have to learn how to be smooth with your mouse. So to do that, I will put the command line for you guys to have the name, position, angle, and velocity in the description, so you can put in your game property and test it out. So what needs to happen is you have to use the firing range and test how far you can push turns with your mouse. So just go around and turn with your mouse. You see with my mouse cam, I'm just going smoothly with turns. I'm going to go a little bit more aggressive. I'm good. If I test it even more, see I'm losing speed. I'm losing speed again. So really test the limits of the smoothness of your turns. That will help you tremendously in game. Getting around this corner quickly, up right here, using my mouse. Instead of doing this, gonna go for this corner again. Instead of using that diagonal angle as you're turning corner, look at my speed top left. So people will do this, turn that corner, release. What they'll also do is go diagonal towards the direction of the turn. So here they'll press W and A. I'm right here, I'm going to press A, turn that corner, and then go straight again. The point here is I'm repeating myself, but every time you're pressing A or D while holding down W in Apex, you will lose speed. And every time you release them, you will also lose speed. So, that being said, let's say, obviously, the diagonal movement in Apex is important. You need it quite a lot in the game. So, for example, let's say I want to look at this dummy right here. I'm going to have to be pressing W and D down to look at the angle here and get a visual on my dummy, right? Right here, I'm going to press W and D down, getting a visual. Now I'm releasing D and going straight. Again, losing speed. I'm going to do the same. Let's say I want to look here, or this dummy. I'm going to go diagonal here, reaching max speed, releasing D, and then going straight. Losing speed once again. So, if you do not want to lose speed while going diagonal, you have to slide jump out of it every single time. So, again, taking a look here, I'm pressing W and A, looking to the right. If I don't want to lose speed, I have to slide, jump, release A, and then go straight. All right, let me commentate what I'm doing again. I'm going to do it here. So I'm looking to the left, pressing W and D down, getting my angle, slide, jump, release D, while holding W this whole time. Once again, slide, jump, release D, while holding W this whole time. That's why you'll see like players do this kind of movement, you know, that swing movement with the mouse. It's because they're diagonal, looking at their sides, and then they want to come out of it and not lose speed. This is extremely, extremely important in an overall game to just, you know, get top speed for as long as you can. Those milliseconds of you chasing someone or being chased are huge in Apex. We all know that, right? Now, also another little tip, if you want to look to the sides without losing speed while going forward. So let's say I'm getting shot by this guy right here, going straight. You can also do is jump, look, and then go back. Jump, look, and then go back. I'm only pressing W down and shift, jumping, looking, and going back. Once again, if you look at the top left, my speed, I am not losing any velocity. So jump, look, go back. Jump, look, go back. So that can be useful if you're getting shot from a team. Like you get shot, you get surprised by some shots, and you're like, whoa, what's going on? Jump, look, and then go back, and then try to get some cover somewhere and do your thing, right? So once again, to sum up this video, it's the importance of diagonal movement in Apex. Knowing that every time you're going straight, you're pressing A, releasing A, pressing D, releasing D. Every time you're going diagonal in Apex, your speed will reset. I'm just smashing A and D back and forth here. You'll see your speed always resets. So for turning corners, it's all about mouse movement, being smooth with your mouse and turning corners. All right. So hopefully you guys learned something useful today, and I'll see you guys in game. See ya.